Hi everybody, welcome back to my channel. Today's video is the second installment of my new Timeless series, where I pick one item from my wardrobe that I really love and has been made and crafted to stand the test of time, and I delve a little bit deeper into why that piece is so fantastic, why I love it so much, how it's so versatile for my own personal wardrobe, and why I think it's a company that deserves recognition. I want to help bring light to a lot of these beautiful creators that are just changing the space and creating truly fantastic pieces for our wardrobes. So today we're going to focus on my coat from the Curated. Let's start off with a little background about the company. The Curated is a Scandinavian-based company founded by a woman and run by a family, and they are doing fantastic work to bring attainable luxury to the marketplace. So instead of making luxury something that's only exclusive and something that's really hard to achieve for your own personal wardrobe, her method and her goal has really been to make that something that we can all achieve. She thinks that luxury should be attainable and accessible, and I think she's doing a wonderful job of achieving that goal. So in their own words, the Curated is a collection of timeless high-quality staples that come collectively together under one roof. They are Scandinavian-based and focused on sustainable luxury and minimal elegance for women. I mean, who doesn't love that? Who doesn't want that at the core of their wardrobe? And who doesn't want at least one thing that feels really, really special for their wardrobe? Something that you can come back to year after year and just makes you feel great. And I love that she's taking that approach and making it something that we can all experience. So essentially, the Curated works directly with vertical mills, and my understanding of a vertical mill is they are a factory that both produces the material and the finished product. So it really cuts out a lot of the middleman. It helps eliminate a lot of waste and really help you create something with lower operating costs, which ultimately makes it more feasible for us to purchase it at a lower price point. So she's done a fantastic job of breaking down all of this and a lot of the costs that go into creating a piece like her coat, for example, or her scarves. And I think that it's a really informative way to understand pricing, especially if you're not familiar with it. And as a lot of us start to rethink how we approach a purchase, I think it's a really informative way to look at that. So you can really understand how paying someone fairly and really sourcing high quality materials like organic cashmere really lead to a high quality product, but then how you're able to do certain things along the process to make it more affordable and attainable. So I'm going to link to her post all about it down below for you because it's definitely worth a read. Now let's go over the individual coat that I have, why I selected it for my wardrobe, and some of the styling and design points that I think make it so great. So I love Camel coats, as you know. I have a very classic, structured, tailored one that comes really long on me. I've had that one for many years and I love that thing so much. And then I also have a Camel blazer. I wear both of them non-stop, and over the years I've felt like I wanted a slightly different silhouette to fill that middle space. So at the end of last summer, I really went searching for this piece. It's something that I had thought about a lot, and I really was trying to hone in on the exact one for my wardrobe. It was something I wanted to add for fall and winter. So I was doing a lot of research and finding things that were close but not exact. And then Catherine of the Instagram account that I really love, /businesswoman extraordinaire, I mentioned her in a past video in a favorites. She's so inspiring. I'll link all of her stuff down below. But she styled this coat. And I was like, oh my gosh, that's the exact coat. That's the one that I've been looking for. It has all the style points that I've been wanting and it looks ideal. So from there, I did more research on the company, and that's when I really fell in love with the piece even further, because I thought not only does it look great, but it also has a great ethos behind it. So long story short, I reached out on Instagram with my congratulations for creating such a beautiful brand, and I was very graciously sent the coat that was on my wish list. It was so incredibly generous, and this video in no way is sponsored, I should add. It's just something I wanted to make because the coat has truly become a wardrobe staple for me, and I've been wearing it nonstop since I got it. The second it got cool enough here in Charleston, the coat went on, and it really hasn't come off very often since then. So I've been wearing it with everything from my winter outfits all the way into now this transitional weather. It's finally starting to get a little too warm for it here, but it's a beautiful piece for that in-between weather that I wanted. But I should add that I've also seen people style it and layer it up for very, very, very cold weather, and it's kept them warm. So I think it's a very versatile piece. So the coat that I have is the classic camel coat, and I have it in the small. It comes in 3 sizes, small, medium, and large, and I opted for the smallest size to suit my kind of petite frame. I'm 5'3" 3/4" if you're new, and I'm relatively small framed up top. So a lot of my jackets and shirts are petites, and it tends to fit me a little bit better. They fit me better in the shoulders and then in the sleeves, and the small fits me perfectly with all of that considered. I also really love that the sleeves are slightly cropped. It's better suited for my petite short arms. And if you are on the taller side or you have really long limbs, then you might want to consider sizing up. This coat is also made from organic cashmere and wool. I believe the ratio is 30-70, and it's so soft. It's not itchy at all. Sometimes wool can be a little scratchy, and if you have allergy prone or sensitive skin, it can leave you a little red, and I've never had that experience with this. It has been luxurious and delightful from day one, and it hasn't gotten stiffer or pilled or been unfavorably worn at all since I've had it. So I think it's held up really nicely, and I have no doubt that it'll continue to look great for many years to come. And then the last style point that I wanted to include is that it comes with a detachable waistband, which I really love. It gives me that versatility of being able to wear it open and more relaxed, or cinched at the waist for a more polished kind of buttoned up look. So I've got the option. It doesn't have belt loops, but I have heard that newer versions of the coat do. They have very inconspicuous belt loops to help keep it all sleek and nice looking. But the belt folds up really easily. It folds up small, fits in the pocket or in my handbag, so it's a non-issue for me. And that brings us to the end of the second episode in this series. I really hope that you're liking these and you're finding them helpful, and maybe they're exposing you to brands that you weren't aware of before. And I also want to make it clear that the goal of this series is to share things that I truly love. The entire objective behind this channel is to empower you to make the best wardrobe choices for you personally. And I think that by sharing things that have worked really well for me, it might be helpful and help direct you somewhere that you might not have thought to go before. So if you don't need a camel coat, then don't buy a camel coat. Don't feel like you have to wear one if you don't like camel coats. But if you are in the market for one, I think this is a really lovely option to consider. So like always, I would love to know in the comments down below if you have any special requests. Is there anything you would love to learn more about that I wear a lot, or anything that you're just generally curious about? Please don't ever hesitate. I read all of the comments. It's becoming difficult to respond to everybody, but I do read everything, so you're not going unheard. And like always, thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in my next one. Have a great day.